1 John 4:12.
No man hath seen God at any time. If we love one another, God dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us.
Nice. Repeat that again, a little louder.
No man hath seen God at any time. If we love one another, God dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us.
You got to have the love to do this work for you. You got to let go of the hate, the anger. Really. This is not going to work as long as you have anger. When you are free of anger, and anger is a spirit of darkness that can be taken away from you. It will be taken away and replaced with love. And love will complete everything. But you're not going to do it. The world will defeat you if you have anger. Inside of you and outside of you. It will destroy you. Anger is evil. Anger is the nature of the devil. Anger is what the world is destroying each other with, meaning the people of the world. All angry people has no peace. They're on an ego trip. They get life out of hurting you and themselves. You're not going to be able to do this unless you overcome anger. You will not be drawn into the kingdom of God with anger. It ain't going to happen. You got to let the anger go. When you overcome anger, you conquer the world. You can live in this world and not be bothered. I'm watching this movie that Hassan recommended. And what's it called?
The Chosen.
Yeah, Chosen. And you can see Jesus just living his life in the world unmoved. He's unmoved. He doesn't even respond to the devil. When you have perfect love, you don't respond to the devil. All the fights we're in, everything would disappear. Inside of you and outside of you with others. And you just live your life and give it no room to the devil. Give no thoughts to the devil. Anger is your enemy. It's not your friend. And don't let anyone tell you, well, Jesus was angry. They're lying to you. And they're basing it on how they feel. I become a Christian, but I still have anger, so Jesus must have it. Now understand they're still operating in the darkness of the imagination. And they're comparing Jesus to them, to thoughts. Yes, sir. Did I see your hand? I saw here, there you are, right? Okay, then right here.
Yeah, Jesse, I wanted to ask, you were talking about like calling people, I guess to find something to do even though you hate the people or hate the person. So I've done that before, of course, and I don't do it as much anymore. But I find that people are calling me a lot.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to have conversations with people because most of the time, or almost all the time, it's like they're extracting, they want you to feed their ego.
Yes.
And I find myself like, am I going to be talking to anybody? You know, it's like, it seems like I probably won't be talking to anybody much, or I'm going to say something wrong or to them. I might point it out like, hey, you're calling me for me to make you feel a certain way.
Right.
And they're going to get mad. You know what I mean? So how do you deal, like, how do
Good
you
question.
deal with that?
A perfect question. How do you deal with something like that?
In the past, I would just.
Oh, okay, let me hear from him.
In the past, I would just take it, like, for instance, my ex-wife, she'd just be nagging at me, and I would just let her. And now that I'll just walk away. I would just walk away or hang up to get away from it.
Yeah, don't argue with her at
Yeah.
all. Never argue again.
Never.
Yeah, nice. And how would you deal with that?
Completely ignore it and appreciate that I'm not feeding their hell.
Yeah.
Just knowing myself.
And to add to it, don't have a plan of how you will or will not deal with it. Have a wait and see and deal with it in the moment. The words will come or they may not come. You may be able to walk away from it or not, but when it's happening, watch what you're thinking and feeling about it, because they are giving you an opportunity to overcome, to see, is this irritating me? Is this or that? And then you will have the right words to say if you need it. And don't worry about, eventually I'm not going to have anyone to talk to. Those are thoughts too. All thoughts are all lies all the time. Because when God wakes you up, He's just not going to let your light just sit under a tree somewhere. You have a world that you're living in, and your light going to shine amongst the world, right? So you'll have somebody to talk to. It'll just be the right kind of talk coming from you.
Coming from me.
Yeah. It'll be right kind of talk coming from you. Because the light is of the world. And so you have your job, you hang out, you do whatever you do. So you're always running into people or somebody, you know. But so don't let that be a thought at all.
Okay, that really, I'm going to smoke on that. You said it'll be coming from me, so that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
And then when people come to you with dumb talk, worldly talk, you're going to see perfectly how to deal with that. And that's part of working on yourself. When you're with someone and they talking dumb talk, if you can't find nothing come to say, watch what you're feeling and thinking about it. Watch what thoughts are coming about it. Because that's your opportunity to overcome the thoughts again and emotion. And then the next time you're in a situation, you feel nothing about it. So it's always offering you an opportunity to see what's going on inside of you. Amazing, huh? Does that help?
It does.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I just have a question about, okay, so we talk a lot about anger. I would say that for myself, sadness is more of the negative emotion that can get in the way of just my life.
Right.
And I find I guess what I'm trying to ask is it really possible to get rid of these emotions? I feel like it's like your shadow.
Speak up a little bit.
It's like your shadow. It's still there.
Yeah.
And I mean, there might be times where, the sun is hitting me, so I don't necessarily have a shadow. But then if I move this way or that way, or the sun moves, then my shadow is.
Right now you have to realize you're overcoming darkness. So this sadness and all the emotional stuff is darkness, right? And so when it does happen now, just watch it instead of identifying with it. Don't say, oh, I'm having all this sadness, I'm having all this emotions, because you are claiming it as you, which means you identify with it. Either know that that's not me, or say nothing, but watch it, and it'll disappear. It's not you. So don't attach yourself to it. You're overcoming it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yeah. So because we've been in a fallen state so long, and the world has such a grip on us, until you get serious about this, you're still going to find yourself identifying with some of that stuff. But don't judge yourself. Just notice it. Oh, I feel sad. My dog died. Or, that's not me. And just let it pass through. It'll pass through you, or you'll go through it, and it'll be over. All right? And then look at the thoughts about it.